Hi everybody, welcome in. Let me make sure my mic is working. Hi everybody, welcome in. I can't see the screen yet. I will in 1 minute. Hang on, I'm just trying to take care of something here. And I think I've got it all done. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm coming over to see who's here. Is this the live? Okay. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Alicia. You got mixed up on the date. Hi, pretty girl. Let's see who else we've got. Sandra. Whew. Crazy. Crazy day. The driveway was a sheet of ice today. There was 2-hour school delay. I'm supposed to go out tomorrow, so tomorrow what I'm going to do is going to set up the live stream. I'm trying to think when my appointment is, because I'll be here when it starts and stuff, and then I'll just let it go and I'll check in from the road and all that good stuff. But I'll be listening from the road. I really wish I didn't go in tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, here he is. He's here. Yeah, hopefully they get some so we're not going to just hear DNA or something, right? Let's hope we've got some good stuff on tap. I mean, it did. Yeah, it answered a lot of questions. Oh, did you see? Some people felt it was a lot. It was a lot. It was good, but I mean, yeah, it was necessary. But I think it's the cross that gets crazy, right? But it's over. We had to learn about it. I'd like to see her lover, her ex-lover, take the stand. I'd like to see some of her friends take the stand, some of his friends. You know, let's see what we can get. Oh, you guys want to go out again? Okay, hold on. You got squirrels to chase. Hi, Mr. Wu. Hey, yeah, it was interesting. I had, gone over it in the papers, but I guess seeing it up there in those charts it kind of put stuff in perspective, right? I mean, can you imagine having to pay $80,000 a month just to without any other expenses, just because of all of the stuff you have out there, your loans, oh my gosh. I don't even know how she wasn't like a walking stress bahum. I can't even imagine. To buy 15 properties in 1 year with being yourself, that is, people don't do that. Even the flippers that they'll buy one, maybe two, flip them. I mean, she's buying 15 properties. It just seems like way too much. And then she did buy some stuff in South Carolina, and I remember that from the papers, but there's some tie in South Carolina
50139.
Okay, we got to go here.
State versus Richins. Counsel for the state is present. Counsel for the defendant is present with defendant. Mr. Bloodworth, anything before we invite the jury in?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Let's invite the jury.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Nema.
Okay. Notebook? I like notebook.
I know. You do so well. I won't do as well, but I'm not. Do your stuff.
All rise, jury. Have a seat, thank you. All right, have a seat. Good morning. We will proceed with additional testimony in the state's case in chief. Mr. Vermister, the state's next witness, please.
Lashonda Rogers.
Ms. Rogers, good morning. If you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in. Thank you.
You're welcome. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
You're going to have to drag that. There you go. Mr. Burmester, please proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Rogers, could you please state your full name and then spell your full name for the court?
Yes, Lashonda Rogers, LASHAWNDA, and Rogers is RODGERS.
Thank you. Ma'am, are you employed?
Yes,
How are you employed?
for New York Life Insurance Company.
And what do you do for New York Life Insurance Company?
I'm a senior representative in a call center.
Can you briefly explain to the jury what you do as a Platinum Senior Advisor?
Yes, I take inbound phone calls from platinum agents that service clients all over the United States. I answer questions in regards to beneficiary changes, ownership changes, make payments on policies, and just discuss anything overall insurance related that they have questions on.
Do you know or know of an agent from Utah named Brian Freckleton?
Yes, I do.
And did you receive a call from him, an inquiry, on June 2nd of 2022?
Yes, I did.
So on that day, did he explain to you a problem that he had observed and that he wanted some reconciliation or information?
Yes, he did.
Briefly, just tell us what the conversation was about, not for the purpose of proving any truth, just so we know what you were doing afterwards. So briefly explain.
Okay, so when Mr. Freckleton called, he wanted some information on some beneficiary changes that had happened on a policy. He wanted to know why they had been changed and finagled with several times. So I explained to him through research what happened.
Okay. And so were you able to get that information on that day of the phone call, June 2nd?
Not all of it. I had to reach out to another department to get additional information, and then I followed up with him a few days later.
I see. By email?
Correct.
Okay. Can we take a look at, first of all, let's take a brief look at States Exhibit 7-20, please. Can you scroll through that, Scott?
They can zoom in for you if you'd like. It's not a touch screen.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does,
If you
My-
can't see it, they can zoom in for you.
my view is kind of fuzzy.
Yes, mine is as well.
Is there a reason it would be out of focus? It's never been out of focus before.
That tablet's a little bit out of focus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have trouble
Do you
seeing
mind
it?
if I lean over and just
No,
make sure you're seeing?
Your Honor, please.
She has as clear a view as I do. Scott, I think it'd be helpful for the witness if you could zoom in. The type is pretty small.
Thank you, Your Honor, I appreciate
You're
it. There we go. Thank you so much.
Okay, so does this look familiar to you?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain to the jury what this is? Or for the court, I guess, really?
Well, this page is what the agent had sent to the client. That's not something that I sent.
Okay, let's scroll to the very beginning, or that would be the end of the document. The very last page, if you will. Okay, so does that look familiar to you?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the email exchange that you had with Mr. Freckleton?
That is correct.
Okay, so let's go, we can set that aside for now. Let's take a look at States Exhibit 7-19, please. This is a multi-page document, actually 23 pages. As he's scrolling through that, does it look familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'd like to have you take a look at page 13 of this document. Perhaps we could focus in, there you go.
Thank you.
Does that look familiar?
Yes, it does.
Okay, what is this information depicting?
This information is providing the client's policy number, who the insured is, the address, the date of birth. It's showing beneficiary changes, address change, beneficiary change, beneficiary change. And it has the policy number, it has the insured name there as well.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate copy of the policies, buy-sell policies that you recall seeing?
Yes.
The state would offer, States Exhibit 719?
All right, States 7-19 is admitted. Do you want me to publish to the jury?
Please, Your Honor.
Okay.
Could we scroll down just one more little block, I think? Okay, so this appears to be going in reverse chronological order, right? So the older things are at the bottom, and it gets newer as you go towards the top. Is that fair?
That is correct.
Okay. So on January 1st, at the very bottom of this document, is there a change from one to another on that date with one policy?
There is, it's not showing on this specific page, but yes, there is. It's not showing specifically, like
Okay.
on this page.
So, do you see the highlighted portion where it
Ye-
says one?
Yes,
2? So, what is the policy number here?
167-35141.
Okay. And in this particular case, who is the owner of that policy? Do you know? Does it show here?
It does not.
Okay. Does it show who the insured is and who, in other words, the person whose life is being insured?
Yes, it does.
And who is that?
Cody M. Wright.
Okay. Then does it show who the beneficiary is in this little block here?
It does not. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. Yes, it does. Eric Richardson, partner 100%. I apologize.
Okay. Then, in the next block, up from that, is that the same policy?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the 141?
Yes,
Okay, and effective date of this entry is January 1st?
January 2nd.
Um,
I'm sorry, effective date, excuse me. Yes, January 1st. Yes.
Okay. And again, this is the policy on the life of Cody, right?
Yes.
Okay, and has the beneficiary changed?
Yes.
Okay, who is it changed to?
Kouri Richins, spouse 100%.
Okay, so where before it said partner, Eric Richins' partner 100%, now it says Kouri Richins' spouse 100%.
That is correct.
Okay. Can we scroll up just a little bit, please, Scott? Okay. We see another beneficiary change here in the center of the of this page. Again, it's entered on January 2nd, but the effective date is January 1st?
That is correct.
Okay. And again, we're talking about that same policy, 141?
Yes.
Cody Wright is the life that's being insured,
Yes.
and beneficiary,
Eric Richins, business partner 100%.
okay, so it's changed back.
That is correct.
Okay. Is this the question that Freckleton was asking you about, this whole issue, changing from one to the other?
Yes.
Okay. How does the owner of a policy, can they change their beneficiaries? For example, if I buy a policy on my life for my daughter, could I change the policy? Well, I think I want to give 50% to my daughter and 50% to my wife. Could I do that?
Yes, as the owner, you're able to make those changes.
Okay, and you would do it through some portal or something online, or?
Yes, that is an option, mynyl.com.
Okay. In this, I guess you could do it by calling up an agent or calling up one of your colleagues.
That is correct. You're able to do so over the phone as well as filling out a form.
I see, okay. In this case, were you trying to find out how it was done and who did it?
Not the how and who, just, I was trying to figure out exactly, let me rephrase that. So I know that it was done by someone at New York Life. I'm sorry, wait. I was trying to explain to the agent where the changes came from.
Okay. And you talked to your colleagues?
Yes, so I reached out to another department to get more clarification on IP addresses, et cetera, to confirm who exactly made the changes from the MyNYL portal.
Okay. So when you're making these changes through the My NYL portal, can a beneficiary or someone unrelated to that policy get in there and change the beneficiary, for example?
No.
Okay. Who can get in there and change if they so desire?
The owner and anyone that has the owner's information.
Okay, all right. So in other words, if I found the password and the credentials, I could log in, I suppose, and change somebody else's.
Yes.
All right, all right. So, when you did your research, can we go, first of all, I still need 719. I need to go to page 15, if you could, please. Is that page 15?
That's correct.
Okay. Does this tell you, I think we need to scroll up just one more so we have the policy ending in 141? Okay. Does this page tell you who the owner is?
Yes, it does.
Okay, policy 141 is owned by who?
Eric E. Richins.
Okay. Now I'm through with this one. Can we go to 720, please? I think we've laid the foundation, so I would offer States Exhibit 20. This is the email chain.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. No objection.
States 7-20 is admitted.
We would ask permission to publish.
It's up.
Okay. Can we go to the very last page of this? So is this your very first email to Brian Freckleton?
That is correct.
Okay. And in this, you're saying, hey, this is in response to your question last week?
Yes.
Okay. Then can we scroll down to the next portion? On this, is this the information that you acquired from looking at talking to your colleagues and looking at the rest of the data?
That is correct.
Okay, so can you explain to the jury what it is that you found out?
So I found out that on January 1st, 2022, the beneficiary was changed from Kouri to Eric, back to Kouri, and then to Eric again,
Okay,
within a few minutes of each other,
okay, all on that same day?
all on that same day.
I see. And were you able to, at that moment, provide some of the details of how that transaction occurred?
Yes.
What was it?
So after speaking with the representatives in our IT department, they stated that all were from Eric Richins login and all from the same IP address.
Okay. Then, did you continue working on this for a couple more days after this? And exchanging emails with Brian Freckleton?
I believe this may have been the last one.
Let's go to June 9th, please. So that should be near the top. Couple bullets. Okay. This is the email from you.
Yes, we are going backwards. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
so
see.
June 9th?
Yes,
Okay. And you're reviewing further information. A general point, you give a general point about who can log on, just generally speaking. In order to get into somebody's account, you have to have what?
their login credentials.
Okay. So that means a password, a registered email address?
That is correct, and a username.
Okay. And in this particular case, it appeared to be coming from whose email address?
Kouri Richins.
Now, did you also get further information that all interaction was coming from that same email address?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, that's all I have for this witness. This moment.
Good morning, Ms. Rogers.
Good morning, Alex.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you as well.
I wanted to make some clarifications. I'd like to talk to you about client IDs.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. From the documents that we've seen, what I'll do is I will pull up let's go with 720, I believe it was state 720. No, I'm sorry. 719. Thank you.
One moment.
Do you see that there?
No, nothing has
Oh, not
come
yet.
up. Okay, yes.
Perfect. Now, that client ID right there, can you?
Do you want me to show this to the jury?
Oh, sure, Judge.
Okay,
Thank you. I apologize.
very good.
That client ID we see there that's highlighted, whose client ID is that?
Eric's,
That one's Eric's?
I believe, just by first glance at this is Eric's, yes.
Okay. And then if we can, actually, you know what I'll do? If we could pull up, let's do this one. 1 second. Can you just publish this just to Ms. Rogers, please? And let me know if you recognize this.
Yes.
And what is this?
This is, and would you please make it a little bit bigger, zoom in?
And you know what I can
Thank
do?
you.
Is if this is helpful, this is just a hard copy of it. It may probably make it easier to. It's the same one, is that all right? Here you go.
Thank you.
If you want to just go through that and see if you recognize that, and if you could focus on the client ID, or try to find a client ID there.
So this page does not have a client ID listed. It does have the owner's name, Eric, and it has his address and email address here. But
So
it's
thi-
not specific to the client ID because it's
Perfect.
not listed.
So is this one similar to the one we just saw that was Cody's? On 7, if we could
No,
pull up
they're two different.
719 for her.
That's two different type of views for this, but that other view just showed the insured information. But this is showing just Eric's information.
So let's go ahead and maybe this will help.
So that client ID that's listed here is for Cody.
For Cody.
Correct. That's the one that's circled.
May we go to page 14?
Of what document?
This is for Eric's.
So are we talking 719 or are we talking 1046?
1046 right now.
Okay.
Yep. And so there on your screen is just a electronic copy of what I just showed you. And that client ID, that one is Mr. Wright, is that correct? Or Eric's?
No, Eric's starts with a 9, not with this 153.
Okay, let's do this. The one we previously showed you, you had indicated that that was Eric, so maybe there was a mix-up. So Eric starts with a 9?
Correct.
Okay. Is it 99? Well, look, before we complicate more things, we move to admit this document, Judge, is Defense Exhibit 1047?
That's not the one on the screen right now.
This one is.
This is 1047?
Yeah, they look the same. 1046.
Let's go back to the beginning to make sure we're talking
Yeah,
about the same
could we go to the
thing.
first page then?
Okay.
So they look,
So this is defendants 1046.
Correct.
Mr. Burmester, any objection?
Well, I think we need foundation to establish exactly which one we're looking at. And is it different or the same as?
Mr. Ramos, just for clarity of the
Sure.
record, would you lay a little foundation for
could we
this
put
witness?
1046 and State 719 side by side? I think that would be the clearest, because they look identical.
Okay,
And then I'll ask Ms.
Thank
Rogers
you.
some questions.
all right.
That's perfect.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So on the left-hand side, we have Defense Exhibit 1046. On the right-hand side, we have State 719. They appear to be the exact same format, correct?
Correct.
Except that one's for Eric and one is for Cody, correct?
Correct.
All right. And within these documents, this is where the client IDs are, correct?
There's no client.
Not on this first page, I apologize.
Correct.
Okay. But the remaining pages, if we could scroll through them, just so Ms. Rogers can see. And so that, does that kind of tell you all of the different policies or client IDs related to Mr. Wright as well as Mr. Richins?
It does.
Okay. At this point, Judge, we would move to admit 1046. I believe that's enough foundation.
Mr. Burmester,
Yes.
defendants 1046 is admitted.
Perfect. Okay. So with this information now, as you can see on the right-hand side, on the very top, and we could zoom it in if you'd like, it indicates Cody Wright. Could you go a little bit higher to show Cody Wright's name there? Okay. Now, with that information on the right-hand side, is that Mr. Wright's client ID or is that Mr. Richins' client ID?
That's Cody Wright's client ID.
Okay. Ending in 8252.
Correct.
Okay. And then on the left-hand side, if we could do the same, just showing Mr. Richins and then the client ID. And is that Mr. Richins?
No, that's Cody's.
That's Cody's.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go to, on the, if you could highlight on the right-hand side, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. January 24th, there indicates a client ID there.
That is Eric's.
That is Eric's. Okay.
Yes.
So with that information, it appears that client ID 992141444 is
Eric's.
Eric's.
Mm-hmm.
And if we could go back to the very top, the client ID, if you could highlight or call that out on the right-hand side, starts with 0. 015328252.
Correct.
That is Cody's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, with that information, that is how we could, or your office could determine where the changes were made, correct?
No. How did we determine the changes were
Oh,
made?
I'm sorry.
That's not correct.
Correct. I apologize.
That's okay.
Those are the client IDs that were used to figure out when changes were made, who made the changes, correct?
It wasn't the client ID that was used. It was the actual owner's information, but
Okay.
not the client ID. That comes into play in a different way, but not in regards to logging in. Because there's different ways to log into my MYL. You can log in with your name, social security number, and then you have to have an email address And then the other way is to use a client ID, but you still have to have an email address associated with it.
Correct. Let's go there. Maybe this will be helpful. If we could pull up the state's exhibit. $720, please. And if we could go to the last page. If we could call that out, just so it's a little bit clearer for Ms. Rogers.
Thank you.
Okay. So maybe what we're talking about here is different, so I'll get on the same page with you.
Okay.
This is the Eric Richins login,
Yes.
correct? Is what you indicated. If we could publish this to the jury. Okay, so this one is saying that it was all from Eric Richins' login.
Mm-hmm.
And now what you just indicated, and maybe this is where I was mistaken, Eric Richins' login, it could be an email you indicated?
It could be either his name and his date of birth and the last four of his social.
Okay.
And then on the next screen, it's going to ask for an email address to do verification.
Okay.
Or they can put in the client ID, and then on the next page, it's going to ask for clarification.
Okay.
I'm sorry, for an email for verification.
Understand. So that's kind of the login process
That is correct.
for my NYL.
Yes.
Okay. And then if we could go to page 2 of that same document at the bottom, that second bullet point there, if we could call that out for Ms. Rogers so it's clear.
Thank you.
Yes. And this is what you're referring to, that they cannot log in with any other credentials besides what we have on record, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And in this case, what did you have on record?
The credentials that we had on record were Eric's name, but a different email address. It wasn't an email address that, so two clients would never have the same email address associated with one policy. So in looking at Eric's policy and the email address versus another policy that had the same email address is where we came up with that information.
So then the login information, or the login email,
Mm-hmm.
when you're referring here to Kouri, it's
Correct.
the email that's associated with it.
Yes.
Okay, and that's where I wanted to get to. So on that second bullet point where it indicates, it does appear that Kouri is the one that has been managing the online activity. It's based on the fact that her email is being used.
The email is being used, correct.
Okay, and her email, do you recall what that one was?
Kouri Richins, I'm not quite sure what that, it might have been at gmail.com or AOL, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Thank you.
Do you recall that document?
Yes, at Hotmail, yes.
Okay. And what does that document show?
It says Kouri Garden at hotmail.com for both.
And what do you mean for both?
For Eric's profile and for Kouri's profile.
Okay, and then are there different client IDs?
Yes.
Okay. Which one's the one on the left, if you could describe whose it is,
It's Eric's,
and what is his client ID?
153-28252.
8252. And then Ms. Richins?
989-455-105.
Perfect. Map approach. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you had indicated at, we could take that down. You had indicated there in that email with Mr. Freckleton that you had to reach back out to the, I believe your IT people,
That is correct.
and they produced a document that outlined exactly what had happened, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If we can, just for Ms. Rogers, pull up, yeah. Yes. Can you see that, Ms. Rogers?
Barely.
Okay, let's zoom in maybe at the top and just scroll down through her, or for her.
Thank you.
So let me know if you, as we're scrolling through, if you recognize this.
Yes.
Okay, and can you explain what it is?
This is the IT department, just basically showing who the IP, what happened with the 3 changes and the IP addresses. But this came from someone else.
Yes,
I
it
did
wasn't
not
from
see-
you.
That is correct.
Correct. You, had you,
This witness is not part of that email chain, at least that's what she's been showing.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that an objection, or?
Well, if we're going to quote from it, yes, it's hearsay.
I think he's just asking a question about it. Any other
Sure.
objection,
Yeah.
Mr. Burmers?
No,
Okay.
you can ask questions about that document.
Mr. Ramos, please proceed.
In everything that you were doing, Ms. Rogers, in terms of trying to assist Mr. Freckleton in answering his question, did you happen to either come across this or do you recognize this during that?
I've never,
And if we could go to page 2 as well. And if we could kind of highlight the left column there.
this information, I don't recognize that it came from another department representative, but I did not send this to him directly.
No, and I'm not asking
Okay.
that. Just if you had reviewed it during.
No.
Okay.
No.
And would this have come, do you know, from the information you were talking about, the IT people? With
That
the
is
IT?
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. And, well, actually, if we could take that down. Okay, so,
Yeah. Can we just identify, just for the record, what that document is? It's 1047, I believe, right?
so she doesn't recognize it, that it wasn't sent to her, so
Yeah,
I'm not
just
gonna
for
admit
the
it.
record, it's okay. I just want to make sure the record is clear that.
Oh, yeah,
you're
what number
refreshing
was
your
that?
recollection.
1047. And Ms. Rogers identified that she knows what it is, but it is not something that was sent by her or to her,
That is correct.
and so we're not gonna be asking questions.
We can
for
keep
it.
moving.
Okay. All right. Ms. Rogers, the question I have, that is, now that we have the client IDs all squared away,
Okay.
and as you indicated, that they are tied to email addresses, okay? If we could pull back up States Exhibit 720, please. Second page at the bottom, if we could go back to that. And if we could publish that to the jury. This statement from you, or this email from you to Mr. Freckleton, you indicated that it does appear that Kouri is the one that has been maintaining the online activity.
Correct.
So I'd like to clarify that. The reason you indicated Kouri is only because it's her email that was associated with the client ID, correct?
Correct.
In your investigation and you and New York Life, there is nothing at all that can tell you that it was actually Ms. Richins who was behind the screen when this happened, correct?
Well, the IP information would be the only other thing.
Correct. So did you do a search for the IP address?
No, I did not.
Okay,
That came
so-
from another department.
Right, so you didn't do investigation into the
correct.
IP address, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so based on the IP address, which you haven't done anything on, the reason that you indicate in that statement that it was Kouri is because of her email address, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And as you indicate there, if someone else knows the password, and you indicate her information, and to be clear, the individual or the login information was tied to the client ID, right? When we saw the beneficiary change, or for the policy, I'm sorry?
Correct.
Okay. If we could go to the last page, please. And these changes all happened within 6-ish minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And at the end of the day, between 7:21 and 7:27, everything remained or went back to being the same, correct?
It did.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you, Ms. Rogers.
You're welcome, Alex.
Sorry for all the back and forth on the client ID.
That's okay. No
All right.
worries.
Have a good day.
You do the same. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Burns,
I have no further questions.
may we release this witness?
That would be the state's request, Your Honor, that she be allowed to go because she's got a plane to catch.
You are free to go.
Okay.
You're released from the subpoena. Please
Okay.
travel safely.
Thank you. I appreciate
Please
it.
watch your step.
Next, the state will call Brian Freckleton.
Okay. Mr. Freckleton, would you step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in, sir.
If you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Freckleton, could you please state your full name and then spell your last name for the record?
It's Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Freckleton, F-R-E-C-K-L-E-T-O-N.
Sir, are you employed?
I am.
How?
I own a little firm called Freckleton Financial Group, and we are involved in insurance and investments.
Mr. Freckleton, I'm sorry to hassle you. Will you pull that microphone a little closer to you?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
It's the first time somebody's told me I was talking too low.
You do have a low voice, so we got to project out to the very reaches of this room.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Do you know a person by the name of Eric Richins
I do.
and Kouri Wright?
I do.
How do you know them?
They were introduced to me through Linda and Jean Richins. They were very early clients of mine in the early years, and then Eric reached out to me. I think it was 2007. He had just recently got married and asked me if I could do some life insurance for him and his first wife.
Okay. Now you mentioned that situation. Did he buy some insurance from you at that time?
Yes.
On himself?
And his wife.
Okay. And that was in 2007?
Right.
Okay. Did you subsequently come to know Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Have you met her before?
Yes.
On more than one occasion?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with C&E Masonry?
I am.
And did you do work for C&E Masonry?
I did.
Okay. Are you familiar with the term buy-sell agreement?
I am.
Could you briefly explain to the jury what a buy-sell agreement is? We don't have to go into great detail, but we're dealing here with a partnership, is that right?
Yes.
C&E is a partnership, Eric and Cody?
Yes.
And so what is a buy-sell agreement?
A buy-sell agreement is an agreement that one or two or more partners will put together to protect from the partners dying, retiring, becoming disabled. It's a document that allows them to be bought out, usually of that partnership. In the case of this one, it was called a cross-purchase agreement, and the way it's set up is that we
Okay,
take.
so
Oh,
now you
go ahead. I'm sorry.
transitioned into, in this case, so did you help put together parts of a buy-sell agreement that involved Cody, Wright, and Eric?
Yes.
Okay. So, in this situation, go ahead and explain what that buy-sell agreement did for
Okay.
Eric and Cody.
In context with those two.
Yes.
Yeah. So the agreement is usually funded, and life insurance is usually the least expensive way to fund large amounts of money. In this case, it was $2 million. They felt the company was worth about $4 million at the time. And so we put $2 million of life insurance on each of them. Eric would own the policy on Cody, and Cody would own a policy on Eric. In the event of one of their deaths, The owner of the contract would also be the beneficiary, and that money would go to Cody in this case. So Cody receives $2 million. He receives it tax-free based on life insurance. And then he turns around, he's obligated, as is the estate, to buy that stock. And so he has to come in with that $2 million and buy the stock from the estate of Eric, or the trust of Eric in this case.
Okay.
And
All right, you said that there's $2 million on each man for the
Yes.
total value of the company being $4 million at the time this
That is
agreement
correct.
was entered?
yes,
And so, was there more than one policy to come up with the $2 million?
yes, we started out with $1 million of term insurance and $1 million of what they call traditional whole life insurance.
Okay. Initially, was there 2 terms, $1 million each on each guy, and then one was converted to a whole life product?
Well, the initial policies were $1 million of the permanent insurance and then $1 million of term insurance. And
I
then
see.
later down the line, we converted the term insurance over to
I see,
permanent. Yeah.
okay. Could we have that one aid, the demonstrative exhibit? Okay. Can you see this
Again,
thing? Does that portray the various policies that we're talking about?
yeah, the first 4 policies there.
Would
are-
that be helpful in conveying your testimony to the jury?
Sure.
Would ask permission to publish?
Mr. Ramos, any objection to this demonstrative? I don't know the number.
It's not labeled
Okay.
anything, I just.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Burmester.
Okay, so the 4 on the left are $1 million policies for each man?
Yes, the starting from the left going to the right, yes.
Okay, and then the second policies are later converted into whole life policies?
Yeah. Those 2 in the middle were term insurance policies, and they were converted over to the last 2 to the right.
I see. And so these policy numbers, the first two digits, 1-4, represent one type of product, and then the 1-6 in the whole life represents that they were whole life products?
The policy numbers don't necessarily reflect the type of
Oh, I
life
see.
insurance policy, but the policy numbers that you have there are correct.
Okay. All right. So there's one policy I would like to focus in on. Just went away. Could we have that back again? I'm not sure what happened. Okay. On the lower right-hand corner, there's 16735-141.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have some sort of notice system or portal or something that New York Life contacts you as an agent?
We have a portal system, and in that portal system is what we call alerts. It allows us to see if what clients may have done, or confirmations of things we've done for our clients that got done. If money comes in, it tells us that. If the beneficiaries have been changed, or check-o-matics, or banks, or stuff
Okay.
like that, it tells me that.
So on January 1st of 2022, did you receive an alert?
I did.
Okay. Can you tell us what the alert was to you?
Yes, it was an alert that the policies on Eric and Cody, the beneficiary had been attempted to be changed.
Okay. And so what did you do about that?
Well, I called both Cody and Eric, and both of them went to message like usual. They were very busy guys and hard to get a hold of. And so we got a notice that someone, that they had changed tried to change the beneficiaries of the policies, and I called them. And
Do you remember today who had been changed to who?
yeah, the beneficiary had been changed to Kouri Richins
From?
well, in this case, it was from Eric.
Okay, all right. And to be clear, so Eric is a beneficiary, so in this type of policy, he's the owner?
He is the owner.
Okay, and so it was actually insurance on the life of Cody Wright?
That's correct.
Okay. And so, you talked to, did they contact, Cody and Eric call you back, or?
They did.
Okay. Did you explain to them what happened?
I did.
Okay. And at some point, did you reach out to New York Life?
I did.
And did, on June 2nd, were you able to talk to Ms. Rogers, Lashonda Rogers?
Yes.
Okay. And then have an exchange with her?
I did.
Okay. Can I just see, it's already been admitted, 7-20? Is this the email chain that you had with Lashonda Rogers?
Lower the. Yeah.
Okay. If I haven't done this, I would offer States Exhibit 719 and 720.
Are those in? They're already in.
All right. I have no more questions for this witness.
Mr. Ramos, please.
Morning, Mr. President.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
You indicated that you had set up these life insurance policies for Mr. Wright and Mr. Richins, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall when you had set up the one for Eric, approximately? The year?
Which one?
This one. That's
Having to do with the buy-sell?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think it was,
Or how about this?
Yes.
Anything with New York Life? Maybe we'll just start there.
well, there was a policy put on Eric in 2007.
Okay.
It was $500,000 of term insurance.
And when would this one have been started, this buy-sell?
I believe the buy-sell was done started in 2020.
I'm gonna
approximately,
show you.
I guess.
Okay, I'm going to show you a document. Maybe that'll refresh your recollection.
Please.
All right. If we could pull up, just for the witness, Your Honor, 1048. Yep. Yeah, we'll just see if he recognizes it. If we could, yeah, it's perfect. Thank you so much.
Just leave these on.
Do you recognize this? And we could scroll down.
Yes.
Okay, and then at the very top there, sorry, go back. You're included in that email, or your name comes up, correct?
Yeah, this is a something that New York Life, the carrier, sends out to me, or myself, and the insured,
Okay, and is this kind of like
or the owner. I apologize to the owner.
to the owner? So
Yes.
is this kind of like an introductory kind of welcome email?
No, this is the document.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, this is on Mr. Richins, correct?
I would assume so. I really can't tell, but I would assume that it is because it says that it's a required signature for Eric Richins, but that doesn't tell me who it is.
Sure.
Because the insured and the owner has to sign these applications.
Sure. And then when you set this up, did you also assist with the email process or the login process to, we could take it down, MyNYL?
I did not.
You did not?
No,
Okay.
we're not
So-
allowed to do that. The owner of the, is the only one that has the right to legally go into those accounts.
And when you received this email,
Yes,
also Mr. Richins was included in it, right?
yes.
Okay. And we could pull it back up. And which email does he use?
For this or
Correct.
otherwise?
Correct.
For this, he uses the Kouri Darden at hotmail.com.
Okay. And this was back when?
20?
Perfect.
It says on there June 11th of 20.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd move to admit 1048 at this point.
Okay. Defense 1048 is admitted.
Thank you.
Do you want to publish them?
Yes, please. Thank you. If we could just, for the jury, just highlight that top portion there. All right. And my only other question, I'm not sure if you know the answer to this. Are
Okay.
you familiar with the client IDs for Mr. Richins as well as Mr. Wright?
I know they have them, but I couldn't even come close.
Understood.
Yes.
In your conversations with
Yes.
Ms. Rogers, you received, we saw some email communication, correct?
Yes.
Did you receive anything at all related to the IP address or the client IDs used?
Yes.
Do you recall, if I show you, I'm going to show you an image, let me know if you recall it, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. Can we pull that one up, please? Just for the witness, Judge, and counsel. 1040. Yes, thank you. If we could call it out, and we'll scroll through it.
Yeah. If you
Just
could-
let me know if you end up, I'm sure it's in a different format with all these, but just let me know if you recall seeing this. It's about 3 pages long.
This was, yeah, I mean, this is the email that I literally requested.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so if we could go to page 2, and if we could just kind of call out that left column that doesn't look like the matrix. And do you see that right there?
I do.
And do you recognize that policy number?
Where do you have, oh, there. I don't recognize it, but I will assume that it's the one on, one of the two.
Right, and that's the reason you were calling, as you indicated. The document you were requesting, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yes.
to the left of that, it says policy owner, and to the left of that, it has a client ID. Seeing that, do you recall whose client ID that is?
I don't know.
That's fine.
I
Good. I apologize.
I see a lot of client ID.
I would
numbers.
imagine.
Yeah.
No problem. Judge, at this point, we'd move to admit 1047.
Well, I didn't scroll through pretty fast. I did not see Mr. Freckleton on the email chain, so.
Would you folks approach for just 1 second?
Mr. Freckleton,
Sure.
in reviewing this document, is this the document that you requested or that you received?
I don't remember the exact document, but it was similar to this.
Okay.
I mean, it just told me who where the policy changes in the beneficiary had been done, and then changed back.
Okay. Renew my request to admit.
I don't think foundation has been made. He hasn't identified this
Stop
document.
there. Foundation objection is sustained.
Okay, no problem. Mr. Freckleton.
Yes.
You could take that down, thanks. At one point, you requested information about the changes, correct?
Yes.
From Ms. Rogers, correct?
Or
Or from New York Life?
Yes.
Okay. And at one point, you were told that changes were made.
Oh, I knew they had been changed because I had gotten an alert, and then that made me
Confirm.
confirm
Correct.
with them that it had been changed.
And you received that information back?
I did.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Freckleton.
Betcha.
And did Lashonda sent you the email? That was
Yes.
7:20, please?
One moment.
Isn't this here the,
That's more like what
what
I
you got?
received.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sorry, did you want to show that to the jury?
yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
This here is the document you had received from Lashonda.
Yes.
Okay. Now, defense showed you an exhibit that said it was established June 11th of 2020? The policies?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Didn't you change or alter it somehow in November in conjunction with Ms. Bowman Carter? Which
Change the
included
policies.
Well, changed it there's
Yeah.
suddenly a trust involved?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's okay, I just don't know.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Ramos,
No further questions. Thank you, Judge.
may this witness be released, counsel?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
If he could be subject to recall, Judge, he could not be.
You're free to go today. You may need to be recalled by defense counsel. We'll give you some notice.
Okay.
In the meantime, please don't talk to anybody about the case. Please don't watch any coverage of the case.
Okay.
All right.
You got it.
Thank you, sir. You're
You
free to
bet.
go. Do you mind taking that with you? Thank you, sir. Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, I know we've only been at it an hour, but perhaps we could take a very brief break.
No problem. Let's do it. Please rise for the jury. Please have a seat. Mr. Bloodworth, forgive me, I couldn't tell if you actually wanted a break or if you just needed to address something on the record.
Your Honor, I need to go to the bathroom.
No problem. We're gonna take a break until 11:45. Thank you. Court's in recess. We're on the record. Please proceed.
Thank you. This morning at 8:30, we received, well, Ms. Nestor received, a text from the state, which none of us saw until we were sitting here in court, where they have now provided documentation that Ms. Lauber did in fact violate drug court during the time that after she was cooperating in this case. That's Giglio information. I did not have that information to cross her with. They further, for the first time, disclosed the text messages between her and Detective Maynard that I asked her about. What's in these text messages should have been available. I could have used this on cross-examination. It's different than what she testified to. This is Giglio that was not given to us, and we move for a mistrial.
Okay, pause. So you're calling it Giglio information because you believe it is information that is material to impeachment of one of the state's witnesses?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any basis to say that the state had it before Ms. Lauber was put on the stand?
Well, this was information that we requested. It was information we requested when we tried to get.
Answer my question.
Yes, it belonged to Detective Maynard. Detective Maynard had this information and sent an email to Mr. Bloodworth about the violation prior to the trial starting.
Mr. Bloodworth.
I'm not entirely sure what text message this defense received this morning. It was not from me. I had not heard of it until just now. I understand that about 10 days ago, the defense submitted a grandma request to the sheriff's office asking for information related to the supervision of Carmen Lauber.
By Mr. Maynard.
They asked for any information on all supervision.
Okay.
The supervision was by Eric Maynard.
Yeah.
I think they're referencing a violation of probation involving, she was caught with an alcoholic beverage. Is that what we're talking about?
That's correct.
I provided that information to defense maybe 3 weeks ago in an email.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, I'm not going to shoot from the hip on this. You'll have to put this in a written motion so I can see it all with the timeline and the content. Let the state respond to it.
Yes, I can. I will just state for the record, the email about the alcohol violation was sent to Mr. Bloodworth November 15th of 2023.
Well, but what about Mr. Bloodworth's email to defense that he just referenced?
I saw no such email.
Okay, well, we'll get into it, but you've got to put this in writing. We're not going to do this on oral representations in the moment.
Understood.
Okay. Anything else on that?
Not on that, no. Do you want to address anything?
Do you have one other issue, Your Honor? I know that it is always tradition that the state gets to sit closest to the jury in every trial I've ever been in. That's the case, and we actually prefer it that way. But we are getting reports from individuals who are watching this matter on television that particularly yesterday, but also previously to yesterday, that members of the prosecution team are making faces at the jury during our cross-examinations, and we would ask that
With respect, I have a better view of this than any of the cameras. I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, well, we've asked for the timestamps, and we're going to try to provide it to the court, but all I'm asking is just a gentle admonishment that that's not appropriate, and to try to refrain from doing that to the extent that is happening. Also, the second concern that I have is when Mr. Bloodworth is tendering the witness to the defense, he's making a statement that I believe the defense will have questions for you. We do believe that's, I'm sure it's not intentional, but it's burden shifting, and we would ask that he not make that statement at the conclusion. We're not required to ask them any questions. So we would just ask that that no longer be stated to the witnesses in the presence of the jury.
Yeah, as a matter of law, I don't view that as any instruction to the jury or comment regarding burden shifting. If you stand up and say you have no questions, you have no questions. I'm not going to admonish anybody for anything that isn't happening. The only faces I've seen are counsel at me. And so I think we're well within the proper bounds of appropriate conduct from what I can see from here.
All right.
Anything else?
We'll submit it in a motion, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bloodworth, anything before we invite the jury in?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ramos, you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Burmester, the stay, oh, I'm sorry. May we invite the jury in, please?
Judge, I think you heard, defense doesn't have any objections to the exhibits coming in through Ms. Coates.
Got it. Okay. We'll just need to create a record in real time.
Yep.
Please have a seat as you come in. All right, have a seat. Mr. Burmester, the state's next witness, please.
Ann Coates.
Ms. Coates, if you would step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in, please.
You'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Ann Coates, Coates.
Ma'am, are you employed?
Yes.
By whom?
CMFG Life Insurance Company, also known as True Stage.
I see. And what capacity do you serve them?
I'm a senior manager in the claims department for our consumer claims.
And have you been there how long?
Almost 23 years.
True Stage is an insurance company,
Yes.
and is True Stage associated with a particular business?
Yes. We offer insurance through credit unions,
I see.
mostly.
Any particular credit unions?
A wide variety of credit unions throughout the
Right.
United States.
I see. PenFed being one of them?
Yes.
Okay. And so, did you receive, can we see 7-21, please? Did you receive a application, a written application for an insurance policy from allegedly Kouri and Eric Richins?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see State's Exhibit 721?
I do.
State would offer State's Exhibit 721.
Objection.
State 7-21 is admitted.
Okay. In here, the author or authors have listed a mailing address.
Yes.
Can you, is that the P.O. Box 759?
It is.
Okay. And is there a phone number for Eric Richins.
Yes,
Could you state that phone number, please?
it is 801-892-9317.
I see. Okay, was there any email address given for Eric Richins?
No,
Okay. Now, can we scroll down just a little bit? At some point, does this application connect to a method of payment?
yes,
Okay. Can you go to the last page there? So this application gives, is this for an automatic withdrawal?
it is.
Okay. And the account number given?
It's ending 6577.
6577.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you. Now, it's purportedly signed by two different individuals, Kouri and
Yes.
Eric, there at the bottom. Okay. Let me go back up to the top, please. Is there a place on this form for a social security number?
yes.
Where?
About halfway down.
On the front page?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, and in this case, it's been redacted?
yes.
Okay. Do you remember today anything about that social security number?
I do. Eric Richins' social security number, the last 6 digits are transposed.
I see, okay. Once this, do you know when this application came in?
We received this application on February 3rd, 2022.
And when was it approved?
On February 4th, 2022.
Okay. And did any sort of notice go out to the owner, to, for example, Eric, to let him know?
Yes, we sent a billing statement confirming that there would be an automatic withdrawal for the premiums,
Can we see States Exhibit 722, please?
and then also a welcome letter with the contract.
I see. Is this the welcome letter you're talking about?
Yes,
Okay. And in this, does it indicate where it was mailed to?
it does. P.O. Box 759 in Camas, Utah, 84036-0759.
Not 282 Willow Court?
No,
Okay. And this is an automatic withdrawal?
yes,
And that's what this, Eric is being notified, it's gonna be an automatic withdrawal?
yes,
And out of this account, 6577?
yes.
And when will that initial deduction come?
The first deduction, we were notifying him would come on February 14th, 2022.
Okay. Now, did Eric Richins have other policies, any other policies besides this one we've just been talking about?
Yes,
Okay. Wasn't there a policy, of accidental death and dismemberment policy,
yes,
ultimately valued at $300,000?
that's correct.
Okay. And there was another policy issued June 9th of 2017?
It was actually issued May 12th of 2017.
Backdated to that day?
Yes,
What-
backdated.
Why that day?
I believe that was the day before his birthday. And we do that
okay.
sometimes to, we call it to save age and to save on premium.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can we publish 722, please.
Any objection, Mr. Ramos?
No objection, thank you.
722 is admitted and published.
And we've highlighted the mailing address, the account, and the first date of withdrawal.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So going back to this second policy, it was a $250,000 policy, life insurance,
Yes,
on Eric Richins' life.
that's right.
And that policy, do you know how it was being paid? From what account?
I would like to refer to the application, if you have that.
Okay. Would that help you refresh your
Yes.
recollection? May I approach the witness, Your Honor? The record?
Is an application for insurance.
Okay. You can just examine it for a moment. Does
Mhm.
that help refresh your recollection?
It does.
By what account was this taken? The payment's taken, I guess.
Yep, sorry, just one moment here. The account number is blacked out on the one page, but it says on another page here, checking account ending in 2204.
Okay, so, thank you.
Mhm.
Is that the welcome letter like you talked about on?
Yes.
Okay. Then there's this policy. Now, how does one make a claim? Or how is it initiated, I guess?
Yeah, there are several ways that we can accept a claim. A lot of times it's by phone from a family member or beneficiary. In this case, what we do is twice a year in the state of Utah, we would run our policies up against a Social Security death master file list.
Mhm.
And that's how we found that he passed away.
Okay.
And that was done in April of 2022.
Okay, so, this policy, the accidental death and dismemberment,
Yes,
was that ever paid out?
that was not.
Okay, because it wasn't an accident or dismemberment?
That's right.
Okay. So then, the policy, the $250,000 term policy,
Yes.
was that ever paid out?
It was.
Okay. Let's take a look at 7-12, please. Do you recognize 7-12?
Yes.
And what is that?
This is proof that we made the payment.
Okay. And how was that payment made?
This payment was made by check.
Okay. In the amount of $251,558.82?
Yes.
Okay. It's a $250,000 policy. Why that difference?
There was a partial premium refund and state interest that was added to the $250,000.
Okay, can the state would ask to offer and publish it?
No objection, Judge.
States 7-12 is admitted.
That was sent out, when did you say?
This was sent out June 17th, 2022.
I see, okay. Now, let's talk about the, is there a way in which a policy owner or a beneficiary can communicate with TruStage, and a record is kept of that communication?
Yes, they can, a claim log for every call or every transaction that's made.
Okay. Those things are called claim notes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can we take a look at 7-11, please? Do you recognize that?
Yes,
Is that one of the claim notes?
it is.
Okay, and it looks like 220, state would offer State's Exhibit 7-11. Permission to publish.
7-11 is admitted.
There's a number at the top, in this case 2204 22032.
Yes, that's the claim number.
Okay, and that represents the year 22. 04 is the month,
Yes,
and then 22 is the 22nd day of that month.
yes,
And this happens to be the 32nd claim made that day.
yes,
Okay, so this one occurs, the claim is initiated on April 22nd of 2022.
yes.
Okay. Then let's take a look at also 7-23, please. State would offer State's Exhibit 723.
No objection, Judge. State 723 is admitted.
Ask for permission to publish. In this case, the claim is initiated on April 28th of 2022.
Yes.
Okay. Initially, at least, is claim for a particular policy or another,
Yes.
but over time, do they kind of bleed into the same one?
They do. Any action taken on one claim is noted on the other claim as well, so that we can provide the best service to our beneficiaries as possible.
Okay, so I'd like to focus in on this one for a bit here. On April 28th, is there a discussion between, I guess this column that says desk and has some codes, is that who the person is from TruStage that happens to be talking that day?
Yes.
Okay. So, on April 28th, is there a discussion between Kouri Richins and TruStage?
Yes.
And in this particular case, they're talking about both policies, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay. That is the policy, the $250,000 policy, as well as the more recent $100,000.
Yes.
Okay. Then, on May 4th, is there another communication in this notes with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
What's happening in that communication?
We received a call from Ms. Richins, and she wanted the status of the claims.
Mm-hmm.
And so we provided the status and informed her that we received a pending death certificate, but we would also need the final death certificate.
I see. And in this case, the person taking these notes is saying DC, meaning death certificate?
Yes.
Okay. So it's still pending. So on June 7th, another communication
Yes.
involving Kouri Richins?
Yes.
So in June 7th, does TruStage receive the death certificate?
We did receive the final death certificate that day.
And what does it say the cause of death was?
Drug intoxication, fentanyl.
Okay. So on June 14th, does TruStage talk to Kouri Richins about they now have a death certificate.
Yes, we did.
And so, what is the question of Kouri?
The question was if the drug fentanyl was prescribed to Eric Richins, and that's important because the $50,000 accidental death benefit rider as well.
Excuse me, just one second. That extra 50,000 is
Extra.
on top of the $250,000
Yes.
policy.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
It provides an provision and an
Mhm.
exclusion where the prescription would need to have been provided by a doctor and administered on the advice of a doctor in order to be payable.
Okay, and the person writes some notes about what Kouri Richins told them.
Yes.
Okay, and what does Kouri Richins say?
She said that the fentanyl was not prescribed, and she also added that she doesn't know how her husband got that.
Okay. The next day, Kouri Richins called again?
Yes.
Okay, and what was stated in that conversation?
It was the same thing that she provided us, that the drug was not prescribed
Okay,
and that she doesn't know where it came from.
okay. On June 21st, did she call again
Yes,
and asking about a status?
she did.
And what did you guys tell her?
We told her that the $250,000 claim was paid, but the most recent claim, the $100,000 claim, was still being reviewed.
Okay. And why was it still being reviewed?
That was a brand new policy, and so whenever we have a death that occurs within 2 years of the effective date of coverage, it becomes a contestable claim, which just means that we will review the application questions and the insured's medical history to be sure that the answers were accurately answered.
Okay, so all you're looking at is, once again, medications and answers to medical questions on the application?
Yes.
Okay. And because this was 1 month.
Right.
Okay. Did ultimately True Stage pay on this claim?
Yes.
Do you know when and how that went out?
Yes, it was August 31st, 2022, and we paid that by electronic funds transfer into an account of hers.
Can we see 725, please? Can you tell us what 725 is?
This is confirmation of the payment.
Okay. State would offer State's Exhibit 7-25.
No objection. 725 is admitted.
Okay. So you said this one was an electronic funds transfer?
Yes.
As opposed to a check?
That's right.
Okay. Now, in this document here, is there a second page?
Yes.
Okay. Can you keep? All right. Do you know where this electronic funds transfer, what account that went to?
I do. Could you go back to the first page?
Okay.
To an account ending 2204.
Okay. Now, it was being paid from 6577. Can we look at State's Exhibit 710, please? 710, please, I'm sorry. Speaking so low. This is a communication from Kouri on that $100,000 claim?
Yes, this is her claimant statement that we have our beneficiaries complete on all contestable claims.
Okay, and so the state would offer State's Exhibit 7-10.
No objection, Judge. State 7-10 is admitted.
On page 2, if we could focus in on that, what is displayed here?
This is a voided check that she provided, providing the information for the checking account that she would like the funds put into.
Okay, and that's the account 2204.
Yes.
Okay. And finally, back to, I think that was State's Exhibit 7-23. On September 8th, was there another communication, either email or phone or something from Kouri Richins?
Yes. She emailed us and asked if there were any other policies, and we replied that there were the 2 policies that we paid.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness.
Mr. Ramos, please.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Ms. Coates.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Could you kind of walk through, when we were on the phone, you kind of explained to me how your company sends out insurance, I don't know what to call them, applications throughout the year. Could you explain that to the jury, please?
Yeah, we send out insurance applications in the mail to credit union members as well as other individuals now. We send it to everyone. And if they get one in the mail, they can fill it out and send it back in.
How often does that, do you guys have a schedule for those to go out every year?
I'm not sure of the schedule.
Do they go out more than once?
I
Or if
couldn't
you don't
say.
know, that's fine. No problem. Now, could you explain a couple of things with regards to the different life insurance policies or term life insurance that have that are at issue today? Could you kind of just walk me through those one more time from the earliest to the most recent? You had mentioned like a 2017 one, I believe.
Yes. So there was a policy taken out effective May 12th, 2017 for Eric Richins.
And who took that out?
We received an application with the assumption that he took that out.
Okay, perfect. And then which one was the next one?
The next one is the most recent, which became effective February 4th, 2022.
And was that, the February 4th one, was that one a part of Miss Richins calling out and saying, hey, can I get life insurance? Or was this in response to that mailer?
This was in response to the mailer.
Okay. And the address that you receive, the P.O. box that Mr. Burmester asked you of, if we could go back to, or if you recall it, the P.O. box, you recall that one?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact
No
number
problem.
of it.
We'll pull it up. I believe it was. Yes. If we could publish to the jury as well, this has been animated, Your Honor.
It's not, there we go. One moment. Go ahead.
Perfect. And so, as you can see on the applicant information side, as well as the spouse or partner information, the P.O. box address is the same, correct?
Yes,
And it's already pre-filled.
it is.
Okay, so that information you received from the credit union?
Yes.
Okay, can we take that down? Now, in this case, you received a, would you do a script check score?
Yes,
And did you do that in this case?
we did.
Okay, and when would that have been done?
That is done before the application is approved or declined.
Okay,
And then also we do that at the time of claim.
perfect. And so when you approved it, You indicated that you received it, I think, the 3rd, and then it was approved the next day or within the next day. Is that correct?
Yes, we received it on February 3rd, 2022, and then the script check would have been done and approved on the 4th.
Okay. And is there anything in the script check that would have resulted in it not being approved?
No.
Okay. Now, if we can go to States 723, and just on the 27th of April, which would be, I think, the 2nd page. Next, is that February 27th? Or
Yes.
April 27th, I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so on the top there,
Shows the jury in this room.
sure, that's great. Just to get clarification, the first line there, LexisNexis, primary Benny, and then it goes, before it gets to the second one, it goes obituary not found. So could you walk me through how did you guys receive notice of Mr. Eric's passing?
Yes, so twice a year in the state of Utah, we run a match up against the Social Security Death Master File to see if any of our insureds have passed away. And he came up in this instance, and what we do is we use LexisNexis to match and find the beneficiary and make sure that we have the correct person.
Okay.
And then the obituary at this time, when it was noted, was not available online.
Okay, understood. We could take that down. Now, the P.O. boxes that we saw, you just received those from the credit union. You don't have any knowledge about who has access to those, right?
No.
You assume, obviously, that the individuals you're sending out the mailer is going to get the mailer you sent out, correct?
Yes.
And in this case, they did, correct?
Yes.
And it got returned to you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when you receive, we saw lots of applications as well as the approvals of the money going out. Mr. Burmester at the beginning, I believe, used the word allegedly filled out by Ms. Richins. You assume that whoever's sending it to you received it from whichever P.O. box or mailing address you sent it to, correct?
Yes.
You have no reason to think it would be anybody else, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I imagine you guys don't do some sort of expert handwriting certification or handwriting comparison when you receive the application?
No.
Okay. When you receive the application, in this case on February 3rd, do you call the individual who submitted the application, or does it automatically just go into the process of being screened?
We don't call them. It just goes into the process of being screened.
And is that an individual doing that, or is that automated?
It's an individual that inputs the information into the computer, and then the computer will run the script check.
Okay. And then I imagine some sort of AI or something checks if anything pops up and then spits out, yes, we're good to go?
Yes.
Okay. And in this case, before the life insurance was paid out, you also, your office, sent out requests for medical records, correct?
Yes.
For Mr. Richins.
Yes.
And you received those back, correct?
We did.
And in there, you did highlight anything or identify anything in terms of prior drug use, correct?
That's correct.
And in this case, marijuana came up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I have one moment. I think those are all the questions I have.
Okay.
Now, this application that we have here, and if we could publish this to the jury, it's been admitted, Your Honor.
Is it 7-21?
Oh, I apologize. Yes, Judge, 721.
One moment. Go ahead.
This application is both for Kouri and Eric, correct?
Yes.
They're both on it.
That's right.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you, Ms. Coates.
Couple questions. Do you recall in those medical records the stated frequency of use of marijuana?
Yes, it said once or twice per year.
Okay. And then when you did your script search, I don't know why I'm having trouble with that. It's a check for prescriptions prior to approving the application. Is that
Yes.
fair? And did you get an answer when you did that search?
The answer was that there were none.
No prescriptions
No
at that time?
prescriptions.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. No further questions. Thank you.
Counsel, may we release this witness?
Yes.
Yes, that would be the state's request.
You're free to go.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Please watch your step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Shervanek, who's next?
Christina Miller.
Ms. Miller, if you step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in. You'd stop here briefly.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? I do. Thank you. Have a seat.
Please have a seat. Ms. Shervanek, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. Morning. If you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
Christina Miller, Miller.
Ma'am, what do you do for work?
I am a private guardian ad litem and just started doing divorce mediations as well.
How long have you been a divorce attorney?
Almost 30 years.
And in that practice, do you do exclusively divorces?
I do.
And do you have experience with custody arrangements?
Extensive.
In your practice, how many divorce actions would you say you've been a part of?
Over 2,000.
How do you get new clients in your practice?
In this town, word of mouth, typically. I haven't really ever advertised. We've done some hometown parades back in the day, but was really more for team building, office building. I don't advertise in the newspaper or radio or anything like that.
And I didn't ask you this, and I should have, but what geographic area do you typically practice in?
Typically Park City, Wasatch County area. On occasion, I'll have cases out in the basin. Sometimes I have to go down to Salt Lake, not often, but I have some people who won't take no for an answer with leaving some in Wasatch County.